Okay, so this question is quite beautiful though. It says, is the man the head of the woman? Now let me come at it like this. When God made man, the Bible says, God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. He said, and let them have dominion. All right, so the Bible says, and God created man in his image, and I said, male and female created he them. So what God created was man, and then God made the male version of man and also made the female version of man, and God blessed them. So when God blessed, God did not bless man as the male version alone. He blessed the male and the female version at the same time. What just happened was the fact that it was the male version of man that was formed first, and then the female version of man came later. So for instance, the dominion mandate was not given to the male version of man alone. It was given to the male version of man. In fact, it was not given to the male version of man to now give to the female version of man. All right, so it was given to the male and the female version at the same time. So when it has to do with the headship of man or of the male man above the female man, it only happens in the context of marriage. For structure and other sake, when it came to marriage, the Bible now said that that God is the head of Christ, right? And Christ is the head of man. And now says, and the man is the head of the woman. But that will be in the context of marriage. Outside of marriage, the man is not the head of the woman. In fact, let me put it this way. The man is not the head of the woman. However, the husband is the head of the wife. So that's the context. The marriage is a context where man, as the male man, becomes the head of the woman. Have you not seen cases where a man goes to work and the boss is a woman? You get the point? The boss at work is a woman. Is he the head of the woman of the boss? No. The woman who is the boss is his head at the office. But when they come to the house, he now has a woman who he loves over. So when you hear things like a man saying that, I have your type at home. No, you don't talk to another woman outside and say, I have your type at home. You don't have her type at home. The one you have at home is your wife. And that woman you're talking to probably is another man's wife. So you are not her head. You are not the head of another man's wife. You are the head of your own wife, because that woman you're looking at has her own head, which is her husband. So you get the point? So man is not the head of woman. Only when it is brought in a context, you can now say the husband is the head of the wife. Thank you so much.